I was preparing. I'm sorry. Gloves.
All right. So you're cold. I can see.
Yes, we are in less 3 Celsius degree.
Minus. Minus 3
Yeah,
Celsius.
-3 Celsius. Yeah, indeed.
Wow.
It's
That is
really cold.
that's colder than the Corona fridge.
Yeah.
Okay, well, enjoy it.
Yeah, I really love cold weather. I prefer it than hot. With hot, I have headache. I got headache, so it's very nice.
Yeah, you can just wrap yourself around a big, thick blanket and you'll be fine.
Exactly. And
Yes.
you cover your body, and it's okay.
And look at Claudia. Claudia is very warm looking.
Yes, here in Reynosa, we are in 19 degrees.
19 degrees?
19 degrees, yes.
Oh
Wow.
God.
It's very cold.
I was gonna say
Maybe
here
the cold is come back. I don't know.
it's coming back.
Yes, it's coming back because it's hot.
Yes. Here in
For,
Acapulco, when it lowers to 24 degrees, I feel cold with 24. And here's Stephanie. Good morning, Stephanie.
Hi, good morning.
How are you? In the school where I work, English Access, there's a girl that works there, administrative, whose name is Stephanie, and we all call her Steffi. That's why I called you Steffi because it just comes out. It's. I'm sorry. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Does anybody call you Steffi?
I have an uncle that called me like that,
Yeah.
and yeah, only one, and the others. I mean, just they refer to me. They
They call
call
me.
me. They
Yeah.
call me like tall girl.
Tall
I don't
girl.
know. It's
How tall
kind
are
of.
you?
I don't know, like 1 and 80.
Yeah, you're tall. If I met you in person, I have to say hello.
Maybe. But I'm not that tall. I have a sister. The little sister is
Yes.
like almost here. I don't know. It if I have a 1 and 80, she will be like 1 and 70, 75, and she is like 13 years old. So let's
13.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah,
13. I'm sorry. 13. Yeah.
13. I have a nephew who is 13 and he's already taller than me. Yes, he's really tall and he's only 13. It's scary. One of my sons, one of my kids is way taller than me. He's really thin and really tall. So that's
Maybe
good.
that maybe that's why when you're also thin, you look more
You
you
look
look
taller.
taller. You look
Yes, you look
taller.
taller. Yes, that's right. Okay, guys, welcome back. Good morning. It's good to have you and see you here. Yesterday, I did not send you the homework in time. I just sent it to you on the WhatsApp group. So we're going to do two of these activities, uh, actually one in total class right now, and then we'll do a couple of them in groups. And after that, the rest will be homework. So here you go. Let me know as Yes, is it on the screen now?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Can you read it, Claudia, please?
Okay, Kelly Clarkson's rise to fame. Read the information about top star Kelly Clarkson, then complete the sentences below using the past perfect and past models.
Good.
Kelly Clarkson.
It's good. So,
Continue?
no, hold on a second.
Okay.
What we're going to do is this. It follow the instructions, and the instructions say read the information about pop star Kelly Clarkson. Yes, and this is it. This is the information about her.
Okay.
First, we're going to do that. Okay. Uh, Roberto,
Yes, teacher.
can you help me with the first sentence, please?
The example.
Kelly Clarkson's story.
Ah, okay. Kelly Clarkson was chosen from among hundreds of competitors
Competitors.
competitors to win American Idol.
Idol.
Idol, a TV talent show that lets viewers vote on the winner.
Thank you. Stephanie, can you continue?
Since winning in 2002, she has recorded a number of top-selling hits and has become a household name.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good. Mario, can you continue, please?
Of course. Yet her rise to fame came somewhat
Unexpectedly.
unexpectedly, and she had always dreamed of being a marine biologist.
A marine biologist. Good. Now, we read this story, and the next instructions are complete the sentences below using the past perfect and past modals. Do we remember the past perfect and the past modals? Yeah, past perfect is easy, right? Had and verb in past participle. What about the past modals? Let's try. Let's give it a shot. Number one, if Kelly had followed, this is the past perfect, her career dream, she might have become, this is the past model, a marine biologist. What about number two? If a music teacher
Hadn't heard.
And
hadn't heard, yes, Kelly singing in the hall of her middle school, she,
couldn't have joined.
yes, couldn't. All right, good. The school chorus. Number three,
Hadn't learned.
yes, hadn't learned. To sing classically in her school chorus, she,
Might not have been able.
and I have been able, yes. What about number four?
Hadn't told.
Hadn't told her. About American Idol, Kelly.
Couldn't have tried out.
That wouldn't be couldn't. Maybe it's wouldn't. All right, number 5.
Is Kelly have received?
Yes.
45% and not 55% of the final vote of American Idol. She might not have won the competition.
47 against 54 is not might. We don't use might, but the opposite.
What is the opposite of mine?
Well, it's not the opposite in grammar, but
Okay.
in context. Might is a possibility, and would is more certain.
Okay, thank you.
Would not have one.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, Iris.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, I could be in the
Hi.
previous class and I hear you only because
What?
I don't know what did you do. Can you hear me?
Yes, but I didn't hear the last part. Can you repeat, please?
Okay, I couldn't be the last class and I don't know what did you do and I hear
Oh,
you only.
thank you. Yes, we will tell you. Good morning, Luis. Good morning, Cristobal. Guys,
Good
Roberto,
morning.
Claudia,
Hi.
Stephanie, Mario, can we tell Iris a little bit about what we've been seeing?
Can you repeat it, teacher? Please?
Sure. Let's see. Roberto, Claudia, Mario, Estefania, Cristobal. Can we tell Iris what we have been seeing?
We
We are
saw, okay. Yesterday we saw a little bit of the second conditional, second and third conditional. Sorry,
Okay.
Roberto.
uh, well, no problem if you talk, Stephanie. So no, you have already the description. You can do it.
Also, we focused on the past perfect and grammatical structures of conditions.
All right. We're going to see more of this again, but in a different way. But just follow along. Yes, it is. You will see, you will get the gist, and you will be able to participate. Good morning, Manuel. Good to have you here.
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm so sorry I'm late.
Now, this is finished. Are there any questions about this exercise? Can I erase everything?
Yes.
Okay. Then what we're going to do is this, this little one, and this. Let's do it in teams, in sessions. Only these two. And let's go.
Commented to Steph, sorry, is that in my case, I usually teach basic levels, so more complex things or more complex topics are getting forgotten. So it's nice to remind it.
And to practice it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you
For
think,
example,
Mario? Yes, go ahead, Mario.
no, sorry, I usually teach A1, A1, 2, so this is very basic. I don't use even conditional.
Yes, this course is for a C1 exam.
Yeah.
I'm just giving your classmates some time to come back to the main session to join us to check all the answers, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
How was it for you, Emmanuel? Was this easy?
Just for just a little bit easier. I consider I need to practice more. I know how to explain those topics, but I have not practiced too much.
Okay.
It's not as different as TOEFL test.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it has most of the same grammar. So I have the previous knowledge from TOEFL test, so I think it's kind of easier for me.
Good. Perfect. Then everybody's here? Yes, everybody's here. Thank you very much. Let's check the answers. Let's read the instructions. Complete the interviews with the runners-up of a TV talent competition with a past perfect or past model form of the verbs given. Sometimes more than one answer is possible. We have a pop magazine exclusive, the pop artists you voted for. Now, PM or pop magazine, I'm over here, guys. I hope you can see it. Why do you think you came in second, Beth? And then her answer is, I definitely chose the wrong song. Judges didn't like it at all. And the first exercise is, if you
Hadn't,
hadn't, yeah,
if you hadn't sank or sank,
sung,
sank,
you hadn't
sank.
sung, yes, that song, you
You have so will you have one?
you, would you have one? Okay, next, who knows? I
I could have a better chance.
could have,
Could could
could, could have.
a better chance.
It's incomplete.
Could have had.
Yes. could have had. But it doesn't really matter because I had a great time. Good. How are you feeling, Ian? Well, I didn't realize how hard it would be if
I have known.
I had known. Maybe I
We have worked.
would have worked. Yes. Next.
Had you taken?
No.
Would,
Would you?
uh-huh.
Could you have taken?
Yes. Would you have taken more
Okay.
singing lessons? And the last one.
Yeah, I had taken.
The last one. Yeah. I.
Had taken.
Nope. The verb is look.
Ah, I had looked.
I had looked.
Oh,
Mm,
oh,
doesn't it doesn't have a past model. I would have
yeah. Looked.
looked. Instead of would, what can we say?
Could or
I could, yes. And instead of could, what else can we say?
might.
Yes, might. So I could have looked or I might have looked. Perfect. All right. Are there any questions? Okay, good. Let's check the last one. So we have the example right there. And number two, let's begin. Who knows how to pronounce this?
Miami.
Miami. Just like in Spanish?
I suppose I am not sure.
Yes, I think so too. Miami. Miami is Miami always wanted to be a doctor, but on her 13th birthday, her parents gave her a camera. That was the start of her interest in photography, and she later became a professional photographer. If Miami hadn't gotten a camera for her birthday,
Um, she wouldn't have become a professional photographer.
perfect. Number three, what is the answer for number three?
She
Said I.
would have been an architect,
Can you repeat, please?
of course. She would have been an architect.
She wouldn't have.
She would have been an architect.
I'm sorry. She wouldn't.
She could.
She would. She would. She
Affirmative.
would have been an architect. Hmm. I can't remember. Perfect, guys. Thank you very much. Now, let's do the rest as homework for you guys to do tonight, which will be this one, 4, 5, and about you. And then we'll check your answers tomorrow. Yes?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. Now, the lesson was about third conditionals. Now, let's look at the next lesson. Let me load it up on the screen. Right there. Read it. Can you read it, please, Mario?
Lesson A, giving away your things. 1. Grammar in context. Letter A. Are there a lot of homeless people in your area?
Yes, that's a question for you guys. Are there a lot of homeless people in your area?
I don't know exactly, but general in Puebla there is many people, many homeless people.
There are many people, right?
There are many homeless people.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys? Chris, Mario,
Well,
Stefania.
Can I,
Mm,
teacher?
Yes, go right ahead.
Um, in Tlapa de Comonfort, there are many homeless people in the streets or in the center.
Yes.
A child, how do you say, a child homeless? Um,
Just one or many?
many,
Children.
yeah,
Homeless
children,
children.
sorry,
Yes.
children homeless is
Yes.
correct? Yeah,
Homeless children.
homeless, yeah.
Yes. Now, this is a question for you guys. How do people react in your area, in your neighborhood, in your city? Yes, where you work, where you
Lord.
live, where you go exercise, where you go hang out,
okay,
have fun.
here where I live, sorry, I'm interrupting.
Okay, we're gonna go in sessions and you guys ask and answer this question with your classmate, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's go. Perfect. So who can tell me an interesting response?
Me, teacher, if I can.
Go ahead.
Well, generally,
Generally.
generally, generally. Sorry for my
No, don't
Mexican
worry, don't worry.
pronunciation. Generally, people go away from this kind of well, from the homeless because,
Don't,
well,
don't,
exactly.
don't go away. Walk away.
Walk away,
Walk
walk
away.
away from this kind of from this kind of people, because you don't know if they are criminals, or if they have the intention to attack you or rob you. So you don't know exactly. For that reason,
Yeah.
they go away. I have one sister that have many the had the she had, because she already doesn't have, she had the costume to, well, to provide them something to eat. And but one one time she was robbed for a group of these kind of people. So
Rob.
from from this kind of people. So
Yeah.
since that moment, she doesn't trust more
You
in.
stop giving them anything, right?
Yeah,
I know.
definitely.
Has happened to me.
Also,
Yes.
oh, that's so difficult. Yeah, for that reason, we don't trust, and we sometimes can be have a selfish behavior because you don't know exactly the intention, the
Yeah.
intention of that kind of people.
What about the rest of you guys? What do you have to say?
I was talking to Iris and I was commenting that over here it's named Ciudad Sagún. It's in the state of Hidalgo. It's a very small industrial city. So over here, the railways uh, is the past of the railways that come from Chiapas and Central America, and they go to the north and get to United States. So a lot of immigrants come here, but they stay here, they establish, and they are the same that you can find asking you for money or food
Yeah.
outside the Oxos, in the, I don't know how to say it, the things that are designated to speed down the cars, then you pass it out
Are
on
designed,
on sorry.
designated to be parking spaces.
Uh-huh. Yeah, thank you. So they are the same, even you can recognize them, and they are always asking for money. And the saddest thing is that they expose their little children to the sun, to the hot, to the rain. And if you give them money one time, they will ask you forever and ever and ever. So they are the same.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you, sir. Another opinion? Nobody?
Uh, well, me, teacher,
Yeah, go ahead.
the place where I live is a small town, and there are no homeless people. But the city near my town, I have seen some homeless people, and I have seen that rich people or the other people who has more benefits, or who has more money, so always help them. So
Oh,
they give them money, they give them food, and most of the times, many homeless people used to to stay on the, how do you say, the lights, on the street lights,
street lights.
and they used to wash or clean your car windows, so that
Windshield.
the people,
Wind.
okay,
Yeah.
so that the people can help them.
Yeah. So what do you think? Is that good or bad?
Um, I think it's good.
Good.
Instead of instead of just asking for money, so in somehow they are working.
Yes. If I can share a personal opinion, to me, it will always be a dilemma. One of those situations where you don't know what's the correct thing to do. Should I give the person money? Should I walk away? You know. So
Maybe can I, teacher?
yes, go ahead.
Sorry. Maybe the best could be just to provide food, but just to certain homeless people that you maybe have already that you maybe have already seen them, and or maybe to children, little children, or women, maybe pregnant women, because they are also pregnant homeless women. And maybe you can provide not money, because it's not the same, because you don't know if they can give the money to another person, or they can buy drugs or something something that can damage
Yes.
their body. No,
Something not
maybe you
very
can
hard.
provide. Aha, maybe you can provide food,
Yes.
as my sister did, but not to not to all the people. Maybe not to all the homeless people. Maybe children that are the less maybe the less the people. Children are the people who can attack you in certain who can, well, the ones who have less possibilities to attack you.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to read and listen to a story about a family. All we have to do is pay attention as to what or how did they react with a homeless person. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
This is the Solwen family. I would like you to please read at the same time as you listen to the story.
Okay.
Page 52, Unit 5, Challenges. Lesson A, Giving Away Your Things. 1. Grammar in context. B. Read the article. What did Hannah Salwen's family do and why?
The power of half. What would you do if you saw a homeless person begging in the street? Walk on by? Give a few spare coins? Not the Salwen family. They gave much more than that. Read their story and ask yourself, what would I have done? Kevin Salwen was driving his 14-year-old daughter, Hannah, back from a sleepover. Hannah had often seen homeless people begging for food at the stoplight near their home. But on this particular day, while they were waiting for the light, Hannah noticed an expensive car in front of them and a homeless man standing on the side of the road. If that guy didn't have such a nice car, the man over here could have a meal, Hannah said. The scene clearly made a deep impression on Hannah, and she continued to discuss it with her parents and brother for some time. She wanted her family to make a difference in the world, even if it was a small difference. "How much are you willing to give up?" her mom asked. Eventually, that's exactly what the family did. They sold their $2 million dream home and donated half the proceeds to the Hunger Project's work in Africa. If Hannah hadn't seen the homeless man alongside the car that day, maybe the Salwens would still be in their dream home. But would they be as happy? In their new, smaller house, they found they were spending more time together and became closer as a family. They admit they might not have become so close if they had stayed in their old home. If you want to learn more about the Salwens' remarkable story, visit their website.
What do you think, guys? How did the Solwen family react? What did they do? Why? Would you like to listen again?
Yes, please.
All right, let's listen one more time.
Page 52, Unit 5, Challenges. Lesson A, Giving Away Your Things. 1. Grammar in context. B. Read the article. What did Hannah Salwen's family do and why?
The power of half. What would you do if you saw a homeless person begging in the street? Walk on by? Give a few spare coins? Not the Salwen family. They gave much more than that. Read their story and ask yourself, what would I have done? Kevin Salwen was driving his 14-year-old daughter, Hannah, back from a sleepover. Hannah had often seen homeless people begging for food at the stoplight near their home. But on this particular day, while they were waiting for the light, Hannah noticed an expensive car in front of them and a homeless man standing on the side of the road. If that guy didn't have such a nice car, the man over here could have a meal, Hannah said. The scene clearly made a deep impression on Hannah, and she continued to discuss it with her parents and brother for some time. She wanted her family to make a difference in the world, even if it was a small difference. "How much are you willing to give up?" her mom asked. "This house?" Eventually, that's exactly what the family did. They sold their $2 million dream home and donated half the proceeds to the Hunger Project's work in Africa. If Hannah hadn't seen the homeless man alongside the car that day, maybe the Salwans would still be in their dream home. But would they be as happy? In their new, smaller house, they found they were spending more time together and became closer as a family. They admit they might not have become so close if they had stayed in their old home. If you want to learn more about the Salwans' remarkable story, visit their website.
All right, guys. So what do you think? Was that a long story?
I think it was a huge decision. Uh, they decided to sell the house, sell the 2 million and I don't know how much, uh, the house, and buy a new one, a smaller one, and donate the half of the money to a center or something in Africa. And I mean, not everyone have the
Not,
the
not
ad,
everyone.
oh, not everyone has, like, I don't know how to call it, like the guts, the courage to do such a thing. Even though they have the money, they don't do it. Even sometimes they do not do it for her own family. Now let's imagine about other for other people. It was kind of, well, it was kind of an extreme, or not extreme, but a huge decision that they made.
Yes. All right, let's go in groups and you guys please share with your classmates your opinion about how did they react, what did they do, and why. Yes?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Any interesting answers? Any interesting opinions you heard?
So difficult, teacher. Maybe right here in Mexico, we need first of all the example of the president to become us in generous and caritative person people. Sorry, because it's not easy. I consider you work, you effort, you
Sacrifice.
sacrifice many things to get a position where or how, where a position in your job, a position in your studies, because you need money obviously to study, you need money to pay certifications or
Yes.
preparation courses, you need money for masters or phds, obviously, no important if you are studying in a public school, you need money. So it's so hard just to remove all your heritage, or the little heritage that you can have to help others, because you also need that. You also need that, and I consider we fought in this life. We fought because we want to get a position. I mean, I repeat, in the studies, in the job, with the family also, with the family, because if you can have the maybe a little heritage, maybe, and if you have the possibility, that would be to help maybe your your close family, your parents or your kids or something like that, not to help with a non-interesting way to people, to another people. I mean, people that you don't know, that that is not part of your family. So, well, I consider that, teacher. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Roberto. Thank you.
We need example of the president first of all.
I,
Ah,
I think Roberto's passionate about this topic.
oh yeah, undoubtedly.
Okay. Who has a different opinion? Yes, Steffi, I see you want to talk. You want to say something. No, you don't want to say it's all right.
I
Okay.
don't know. I mean, I I agree with some things that Roberto said, but it's not only about your family. Of course, if we have the possibility to help our family, we are going to do it. But we have to be like, well, we don't have to be, but in my opinion, you feel you feel well, you feel, I don't know how to explain that feeling. It's like why I became a teacher, because I like the feeling that I can give not only knowledge, it's not about knowledge. Like Roberto said, you work hard, your effort to have a position. The position is not what matters. What matters is that you also can feel happy, that you also can, I mean, it's for me, it's so excited to, and I don't know how to explain it, but you have to have certain balance, and you don't have to work and focus so much about yourself and your family, because if you know there are people who has there are people who is rich, there are people who, oh my goodness, who
There are rich people. There are rich people.
people, oh my, okay, so there are rich people, and even though they have everything, talking about the money, they can't they can have a great time with their families, or they they don't feel happy. So you need to do something about it. You need to find some other ways to feel something. And at least for me, if I could have the opportunity to give money or help others, I would do it. I mean, now when I see a homeless people, or when I see an older woman who is selling something, even though I don't need that thing, but I have a coin here, I try to help him or help her with the buying their products, or uh with the homeless, I try to give them like the food. I try to help in many ways, not because I'm rich. Of course I'm not rich, but I try to do my part. I try to do it because that gave me the a satisfaction, that makes me feel
Complete.
better, that makes me feel that I'm doing something, not just for me, but for the
Okay.
world.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you, Stefania. Thank No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just agreeing with you. All right. Thank you, guys. Now, this is a very sensitive topic, isn't it?
Controversial.
Controversial topic, yes. The difference in cultural standards, the difference between our country and other countries. But it's a good topic to talk about. So, what I want us to see now is this. This is the story. Yes. This is what they did. They basically sold their house, right? And they donated half the money to poor people. Now, the question is, what would you have done? Now, we're going to go in sessions again, close your book, and try to retell the story with a partner and try to remember as much detail as possible. Yes, all you have to do is retell the story with your classmate. not to your classmate, but with your classmate in a team effort. Okay. All right, and there you go. Let's go. All right, guys. Were you able to remember most of the story?
Part of.
Part of the
Yes.
story? Okay. I suppose the most important parts. Correct. All right, then let's continue with the next slide. Grammar. Imagining situations. Circle the correct verb forms to complete the sentences below. Use the article to help you. What would you do if you saw a homeless person? What is the correct verb form? See
What
or
would you
saw?
do? I think what would I think it's so.
So,
Saw.
So
So cancel see. And it's saw. All right. Number two. The family might not have became so close if they hadn't moved to a smaller house. So what is the correct form? Have become or became?
might not have become.
Have become. So became is incorrect. Okay. Next. If Hannah hadn't seen the man and the car, the family might still live in the big house.
Hadn't seen.
Hadn't seen.
Huh?
So didn't see is incorrect.
Yeah.
Okay, then didn't see is incorrect. Now that is good. Perfect. So number one is, what would you do if you saw a homeless person? Number two. Claudia, can you read number two, please?
the family might not have become so close if they hadn't moved to a smaller house.
Thank you. Luis, can you read number three, please?
If Hannah hadn't seen the man and the car, the family might still live in the big house.
Perfect. Now, this question and these two statements are imaginary situations, right? Now, we're going to see something very interesting. Mixed conditionals. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about hypothetical or unreal situations. When we have a past condition with a present result, and imagine a past hypothetical condition and unreal present situation. This is all imaginary, hypothetical, unreal. Then we use for the past condition the third conditional. For the present imaginary result, the second conditional. If a condition had existed, comma, the result would be true. That is the past perfect. And we can also use it whether in simple or continuous form, depending on the context. And for the present result is would, could, might plus infinitive. An example, If I had won the lottery, I would be rich. We're going to see more examples, okay? Now, again, hypothetical or a real situation with the present condition and a past result. You see? In the present conditional, we have if a condition existed, if a condition was real in this moment, comma, the result would have been true. So we use the simple past or the present or the past continuous for the present condition. And would, could, might, have plus past participle. And the example. If I weren't, in my case, I say weren't, but the example is if I were a man, they would have given me the job. Now, if I want to make this statement true for myself, I can say if I weren't, because I am a man. So if I weren't a man, they would have given me the job. Do you have any questions? I didn't see you. No? Are we good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Next. Now, I prepared a lot of examples in case there were any questions, okay? So what I have here is mixed conditional, third and second conditional, if plus past perfect, comma, present conditional, would, wouldn't, plus verb in verb form. That's the structure. Usage, present result of a past condition. Examples. If I had listened to your advice, I wouldn't be in this mess. So I have this example right here. This example is this picture right here. If I had listened to your advice, that's in the past. Hypothetical situation in the past. If I had listened to your advice. Hypothetical result in the present. I wouldn't be in the mess. What does that mean? That means that in the past,
I didn't listen your advice.
I didn't listen. Yes. So in the present, I am in a mess. Correct? And it will go like it will continue like that. Example number 2. If he had checked the map, he wouldn't be lost. Right? What does that mean? It means he didn't check the map, so he is lost. Correct? And example number 3. If I had gone to the university, I would be a doctor now. What does that mean?
That you didn't go to the university.
So
You are not a
You
doctor
are
now.
not doctor.
you're not a doctor now, right? All right, next. Now we have if past simple, perfect conditional. The usage is the past result of a present or continuing condition. Examples. If I were a good cook, I would have invited them to dinner. Yes. What does this mean? If I were a good cook means I am not a good cook. Correct? So when you say I would have invited them, what does that mean?
That you didn't invite
I
and
didn't. Yes. There you go. Yes. Okay. Next example. If you weren't such a poor dancer, you would have gotten a job. What does that mean? If you weren't such a poor dancer, what does that mean, guys?
That I am a poor dancer.
Yes, you're a poor dancer. So the next clause, you would have gotten a job. What does that mean?
That you didn't get the job.
Didn't get.
I didn't get the job.
Didn't get the job. Yes. And the last one. If she spoke English, she wouldn't have started the course. What does that mean?
She doesn't speak. No, wait.
What? Can you repeat again, please?
That she doesn't speak English.
Right. So
She has to start the course.
it started the course, right? She did start the course. All right. I have a ton of more examples, but I get the feeling that you got everything clear. Yes? Is this easy?
yeah.
Or you want more examples? Needs more examples. Raise your hand or say I. Because if we're ready to go, let's go for the exercises. You okay, Stephanie? Yeah, perfect. Look. Oh no, you can't see me. I turned off my camera. I have my big mug of coffee.
So sorry, teacher. Just in the first one, if we were, if he were
Uh-huh.
handsome, why were, if he were, why were and not was?
Ah, perfect question, sir. On the first conditional, yes. First conditional or zero conditional, you use the present tense, if he is. Yes? But
Uh-huh.
on the hypothetical, unreal situation, we use the simple past,
Yeah.
right? If he was. However, when it's hypothetical and it's unreal, we do not use was. We use were.
Okay.
That's a grammar rule.
Okay. Uh-huh. Well, and in the same sentence, if he were handsome, I would have been his what?
His, yes, it's incomplete, it's a given, but it means wife, girlfriend,
Okay.
partner. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Another question or next slide? Next, perfect. Oh, next slide. Now I want you to look at this. I have the pictures. We can do this all across. If we had the key, we'd go in. What is this?
You have the key.
You don't have the key, so you can't enter or go in.
Right. And the other one. If we had picked up the key, we would have gone in. This one is if we had the key means we don't have the key, right? We don't have the key. We'd go in. What does that mean? Means we can't go in. What is this? This is a second conditional. All across is a second conditional. Hypothetical situation in the present. Okay. The other one, if we had picked up the key, what does that mean?
They didn't pick up the key.
They didn't pick up the key. Correct. We would have gone in. They didn't go in. Yeah, you want me to write it? We didn't go in. So this is a third conditional, right? The top one is second conditional, and the lower one is a third conditional. But we can mix them. Yes. Second with third and third with second. Because we have different points of start and different endings. So if we do it like this, if we had the key, what does this mean? It means we don't have the key, so we didn't go in, right? Present reality, past reality, all hypothetical. And the other one as well. If we had picked up the key, we would go in. What does this mean? Past reality, present reality. We didn't pick up the key, so we can't go in. Yes?
Yeah.
Those are the mixed conditionals. Yes? Or you want more examples? Yes?
Sorry,
More?
teacher, could you repeat what you said about past or present reality?
Sure. All of this is hypothetical. All of this is imaginary. If I were a good cook, is that a past reality or a present reality? Hypothetical reality. If I were a good cook means
I'm not good.
I am not a good cook. So this area right here that I have, if I were a good cook, is a present hypothetical reality. Yes, a present, not real situation. Yes. The other one. Should we go for the other one too?
For me, it's right. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody else, or is that good?
That's good, teacher, for me.
It's
Thank you.
good.
Good for me too.
Yes. Perfect. Let's go. So I have another chart, and the examples are in the bottom. Example: if he, uh, you, Roberto, you're the one who talks about the president the most. Can you please read the first example?
If I, sorry, which example?
On,
If give clauses mixed type,
on the
what?
bottom. At the bottom.
Okay, mixed. Yeah,
Example.
yeah. If he as a president had if he as a president had built a subway system, people wouldn't
Lose.
lose. Sorry, people wouldn't lose much time in the traffic today.
Correct. So we have a past imaginary situation. A president had built. That's a past imaginary situation. And then we have a present imaginary situation. People wouldn't lose much time in the traffic today. Yes? What about
Yes.
the next one, Cristobal? Can you read the next one, please?
Okay. If you were intelligent, you will have won the university exam last year.
Perfect. So what type of situation is if you were intelligent?
Is that I'm not intelligent?
Yeah, so is that a past or a present hypothetical situation?
It's a present.
It's a present hypothetical situation,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
And then the result, you would have won. What type of situation is this?
You will have won. I didn't win. No,
You
I
didn't.
didn't win.
It's a past? No, you didn't.
I didn't win.
You didn't win. Yes, so it's a past and real situation.
Mhm.
Correct? All right. Mario, good? Roberto?
Uh,
Luis? I don't see you, but I know you're there. Emmanuel? Claudia? We good? Or would you like more examples? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your answers. I have more examples if you want to see them. Do you want me to send you this image?
Okay.
Or you can take a picture with your cell phones, however you please. Good? Okay, now let's take a look at the grammar chart. Conditional statements and questions. You can use if clauses to talk about hypothetical events in the present or the past. Notice the commas. The commas are important in this situation. When we have the mixed conditionals, the comma is important. All right. present. Estefania, can you please read the present example?
Okay, it says, what would you do if you saw a homeless person on the street?
It's a question, honey.
What
Intonation.
would you do? What would you do if you saw a homeless person on the street?
Oh, no.
Nope.
When it's a question, the end rises.
And
And it's a long question, it may fall, but it's not straight. It's not straight. So let me show you. What would you do if you saw a homeless person on the street?
okay. Okay. So I have to do it again.
Yeah, please.
What would you do if you saw a homeless person on the street? No, I can't.
All right. You'll practice again in a couple of minutes, okay? Because you're going to practice it again in sessions. Thank you. Let me see. Cristobal, can you read the next one, please?
Okay. If he looked hungry, I'd probably give him some money.
Good. If he looked hungry, can you repeat?
If he looked hungry,
I'd probably
give him some money.
Perfect. Thank you. Mario, can you read the next one, please? The past. Now the past situation.
If you'd been in the car with Hannah, what would you have done?
Good. Claudia, the next one, please.
I might not have thought about it if she hadn't mentioned it.
Mentioned it. Yes, good. Roberto, next, please.
If they still lived in their big house, would they have raised any money?
Good. Manuel, the last one, please.
Maybe. It says, maybe, but they might not be so close now if they had stayed there.
Good. Now here we have the mixed present and past. Okay, check. This is a present. A present hypothetical situation. What conditional is this? Second conditional. Yes. Now, hypothetical situation in the past. What conditional is this? Third condition.
Third condition.
All right. And then we have mixed present and past. What is this? Conditionals 2 and 3 or 3 and 2?
2 and 3, maybe?
1, 3, yes. And the bottom one?
3 and 2.
3 and 2.
No.
Perfect.
3 and 3.
Yes. I think we're getting it. Good, 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 good. Now let's do this one all together. Let's do the first. Let me do the first one with you. But first, let's check the example. Tim overslept on the train. He isn't with us now. So Tim overslept in the train. If Tim hadn't overslept on the train, he'd be with us now. Yes? Because I have this. Tim overslept on the train. That is a reality. And what is the hypothetical situation? Hypothetical situation in the past?
If he hadn't overslept.
Yes. The present reality. He isn't with us now. Hypothetical situation?
he'd be with us.
Yes. Remember, guys, this contraction means would, right? Yes? Now let's do the first one. Number one, Mary doesn't know how to play badminton. Is this present or past?
Present?
It's present. So how do I say my hypothetical situation?
If Mary, good know,
Could know? No, it's not could know.
no,
If,
good.
Nope, not would.
if Mary had known,
Nope. It's a present reality.
if
So what is the
No,
Mary...
no. If Mary
Knew.
knew,
Knew.
knew.
If Mary knew how to play badminton.
Okay. Okay. If Mary...
Yes. Remember the commas.
If Mary...
All right. Next situation, it's we didn't invite her to play with us.
We hadn't.
No, 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 no.
We had invited.
Negative.
We had invited her.
And remember, this is the cause. Mary knew is the cause. What is the result?
We wouldn't. We wouldn't.
No, not wouldn't, because the reality is in negative.
We had invited her.
No, remember the result in past is with the model, and the model is
Okay. We would invited her.
We would.
Okay.
What?
Invited. We would.
Yeah. It's in the past. What is in the past?
We would have invited her.
Have invited her. This is interesting. To play with us. All right. You want to do one more before we go in teams? Yes. Maria says yes. What do Cristobal say? Cristobal, one more?
Yes, one more, please.
Yeah? Okay, let's do one more. How can I erase my... yeah, I know. Hold on. I need to move these things around so I don't erase them. And I don't want to do them again. There. Now let's begin with number 2. We don't have access to company's network. That is present or past?
Present.
Present.
Hypothetical present. How do we say it?
If we had.
If we had, yes.
Access to company's network. Comma.
Comma. Yes. And we couldn't enter the data yesterday. Is this present or past?
Past.
Past.
Could have entered.
What?
We could have entered.
Yes, we could have entered. The data yesterday. Is a little better? Or you want one more? Okay, somebody say something. One more, or you ready to go in teams?
One
Mario, go right
more
ahead.
time. Please, teacher, if you can do another one.
Of course, let's do another one. I spent, number 3, okay? Number 3. I spent too much on holiday. Is that present or past reality?
Past.
Past.
Past. Hypothetical past?
If I hadn't spent.
Yes, perfect. If I hadn't, oh, let me change the color. If I hadn't, continue, guys.
Spent.
Spend.
too much on holiday.
Yeah. Don't forget the commas.
Comma.
Yeah, continue.
I wouldn't be broken now.
Can you repeat?
I wouldn't
Uh-huh.
be broken now.
Broken. All right. Now, there is something wrong with the last one.
Broke instead
There's
of
something
broken.
What?
Instead of broken, it's broke.
Yes, instead of broken. Oh. Can you tell us why, Stefania?
Because we are using the wood is in press and is not a perfect model. We are using wouldn't be. And
Correct.
yeah.
Yes. And this is no longer a verb, right? Well, now it's an adjective. Correct? Okay. Now I want 2 volunteers, please. 2 volunteers. Who wants to volunteer? You, Claudia?
Teacher, I'm not ready. It's difficult to me. So difficult to me.
All right.
I need more time. Maybe in the afternoon. I want to study. I need to study more.
Me, teacher. Me, please.
Roberto, one more. One more volunteer, please.
Me.
Go ahead, please.
Teacher.
Do number 4 between you guys. Talk to each other and do number 4. Remember, we are watching you and observing you, so please.
Okay. Number 4, I have so much to do today. It's in present. It's real. So I have to write, if I hadn't so much to do today.
Roberto.
If I didn't have so
Okay,
much to do, because it is
okay.
simple past.
Okay, if I didn't have so much to
do today, I couldn't dare to spend the whole night at a party yesterday. Can we write, teacher?
Yes, please. Type it. Type the answer.
If I didn't.
Well, the first one, right here. If how can I? Let me ask. If I didn't have, thank you. You already wrote it.
If I didn't have so much to do today.
I couldn't dare.
I couldn't dare to spend. I could have.
I would have. I would have dared or dared. What is the pronunciation, teacher? Dared.
Dared.
Dared. I wouldn't have dared to spend the whole night at the party yesterday. I will write, right? Maybe I am not okay. I wouldn't have dared to spend the whole night at the party yesterday. Yesterday. I wouldn't have the.
All right. Now,
Ay,
I think it has to be positive, not negative.
that's right. It has to be positive
positive.
because the reality is in negative.
So I would have there.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just.
You want me to fix it for you?
Are you fixed, teacher?
No, don't erase it. But it's okay.
Ah.
Just go ahead, type it, go ahead. Now, Cristobal, no, I'm sorry. Emmanuel and Estefania, can you do number 5, please?
Okay, let's
Sure.
try. I'm ready for my exam now.
Excellent. In that case,
After
oh, hold on, Estefania. In that case, Mario, can you do it with Emmanuel, please? Go ahead, please. Mario and Emmanuel do number 5. I'm sorry, Estefania. I want to see Mario. Is that okay?
okay.
If you're ready
Okay.
for the exam,
Yes.
I'm happy to
Ready.
hear.
He didn't.
Roberto, are you typing the answer for number 4? There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Good job.
If I hadn't studied
Yeah,
for
Mario and Emmanuel talk
two,
to each other, okay? Talk to each other.
uh, what do you think about if I hadn't studied for 2 weeks?
But it's in the present goes to the past, right?
Yes.
All right. Interesting. Let me see. Estefania, can you work with Emmanuel and Mario? Yes, make a team of 3.
Wasn't ready.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
I didn't have, if I didn't have ready for my exam now,
if I weren't,
That could be the
yes, if I weren't.
consequence.
So
if I weren't right now,
you're mixing the results. Remember that we have a cause and effect.
Now the result is I'm ready.
now I'm confused.
Okay, good. Let
Okay,
me.
okay, let's see.
Okay. If I
Let's see,
Okay,
let's see,
go
let's
were,
ahead.
see.
Continue. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm ready for my exam now after 2 weeks study.
Yes. What is the result and what is the situation that caused the result?
The
The
situation, if I'm ready for my exam now.
Is that the situation and the result?
The result is I'm ready.
That's right. The result is I'm
And
ready.
and
the other thing is after 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That's the
Okay.
situation, right?
Yes.
Could it be if I hadn't studied for 2 weeks, I wouldn't be ready for my exam?
Perfect. There you go. Can you
My
type it?
brain is burning.
Can you type it, please?
Of course.
yeah.
Okay, I sent you an invitation to join a session, but hold on, okay? Hold on a second. I want to see the answer on the screen, and then we can go.
There it is, teacher.
If I hadn't studied for 2 weeks, I wouldn't be ready for my exam now, right? Perfect.
Okay.
Excellent. There you go. You want to take a picture? Okay. Then I'm sending you exercises 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 to your WhatsApp. I have the teams ready. So go ahead and go in the sessions and answer the exercises, please. Claudia.
Yes, teacher.
I
I
put
am
you with,
here.
yeah, I know. I put you with, let me see. All right, guys, it's break time. Yes, it's okay if you didn't finish. We'll come back and continue, okay?
Okay.
So let's go to break. Let's go have some lunch, and I'll see you in 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys, thank you. Yes, Manuel?
Thank you.
20 minutes, teacher?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
The other part of the sentence, and I responded, if I have bought the other dress, my girlfriend could invite me to dinner tonight, something like that. I don't know exactly how could be.
Perfect, Estefania. Stephanie, thank you very much. If the repairman had repaired my laptop yesterday, I could use it now. All right. Now, as far as number 7 goes,
I have an idea. I don't know
yeah,
if
go
it's
ahead.
totally correct.
Yes, go ahead.
I say, if you had bought the other dress, I wouldn't think about changing your mind.
You're close. You're very close. You're missing 2 words. But let's go back in groups and let's continue working. Or let's do number 7 so we can get this out of the way. Can you repeat the beginning, please, Mario?
Yeah, it's if you had bought the other dress.
Continue.
I wouldn't think about changing your mind.
I wouldn't think. What did you say? I wouldn't think.
About changing your mind.
All right. There is a little uh, thing that we need to make better. I wouldn't think about changing your mind. Is this an ongoing situation? This is a present reality?
No.
We're trying to do the hypothetical present, right? I wouldn't think about changing your mind. I think, what we can do is change or take out changing.
If you had bought the other dress, I wouldn't think.
Why do I do it like this? Because this section right here, I think you, this is sort of like a continuing event, right? Like a permanent situation, kind of. Yes, this dress exists, the bad dress or the wrong dress. Yeah, you bought the wrong dress. So when I'm thinking about this is a continuing situation because the dress, the wrong dress is a permanent situation, right? So if I see it on Monday, if I see it on Tuesday, I see it on Wednesday, yes, I think about the same concept, about the same idea. Yes, it's not a one-time result, but it's a continuing result. So if you had bought the other dress, I wouldn't be thinking about it.
So you mean the part of I think it can take the action as a routine in
Yes, as a
the
routine,
strict sense of the present simple?
because the wrong dress exists on a permanent basis.
Okay, 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 got it, teacher. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah, it's so clear.
good. All right, now let's go for the other three in sessions. Ready? Let's go.
Teacher,
Yes, sir.
so I don't have group. So
All right, guys, were you able to finish?
Yeah, teacher. So we have just I don't know if we will check together the sentences.
Yes, we will, but
Okay,
first, you're
okay,
going to compare your answers with different classmates.
okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Yes,
So so I can ask you the a question that I have in one of them when we are checking it.
yes, let me see. Okay, let me do this again. Wait.
Teacher, maybe I know that it is not always correct, but well, I have a master in interpretation and translation, and I always have the costume to in this case to translate and compare to Spanish in order to check the equivalence. But I know that not always is the correct to do that. But I have that costume, and
But
I
I am
and,
curious to know
and
how do you get that the master, because you know there is a culture about translation. There is something lost in translation.
yeah,
Sometimes
I know.
translation is not always accurate, and that's why we use interpretation, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but well, I am I have that costume, and I always used to ask for my students to translate. So, for instance, because these topics I have already explained to to my students, not with the exactitude that you are doing, but I explained that, and I asked for my students to translate. But I am checking that not always the translation is the solution. So just I want to comment that.
Good. All right. I have the groups. Go ahead. We're going to go in groups of four people. All you have to do is compare your answers. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, guys. Were you able to finish?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. Number 8. What's the answer for number 8?
If it if it weren't really hot today, I wouldn't have refused Mike to go to the cinema.
Perfect. There you go. Can you type it, please?
Okay.
Number 9.
If we hadn't canceled our holiday, we would be having fun at the beach.
Perfect. Can you type it, please?
Of
Number
course.
10.
May I, teacher?
Yes, go right ahead, sir.
Well, I don't know exactly if it is correct, but I okay. If she spoke Russian fluently, the meeting had taken place.
Oh, it's missing something.
Could
Yes, that's right. Again, please, complete sentence.
if she could speak Russian fluently?
No,
No.
no,
If she could have
no.
spoken.
Come on, somebody else.
Is okay. We wrote if she could, but now that I heard Roberto, I think that is if she spoke, yes, spoke,
Yeah.
yeah, Russian fluently, the meeting would have been taking place. Would be the meeting
No.
will have taken place.
Take, Gerund or taken in participle.
um, taken.
Okay. Now I want to repeat something. I Yes, you are correct, but this is the thing. Roberto
Uh-huh.
and Estefania, you can use could here.
Okay.
It's not incorrect. But the thing is that in Roberto's answer here, you said the meeting had taken place, and you missed the model, which is would.
Mm,
That's the one you missed. When you
okay.
started again, when you started from the beginning, you said she would. All right. That wasn't incorrect. What was incorrect was the second part. That's why I said that no.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
when Estefania said that she had could here and she heard that it was wrong, it wasn't wrong. But it wasn't the part that needed to be fixed. So yes, you can say if she
She
could.
could.
Yeah, because teacher, I based well in that case I didn't use exactly the translation because the meeting would have taken place. La reunión se hubiera llevado a cabo. In that
There you go. Yes. Perfect. Can you type it, please, guys?
You, Stephanie, or me? Who?
You decide.
Ah, what my little finger says, Stephanie. Stephanie. No, 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 not true. No, lo hago yo, lo hago. I did. I do. Sorry.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I'll do it. Sorry, sorry. I mix sometimes.
Yes, it's
Um,
okay.
it's so hard sometimes, teacher. Okay, I start to type it. You are. That's the reason because I don't want like to change in my classes. The language. So if I speak English, I just want to speak English because I late a little in order to return my when I am starting to speak Spanish and I'll learn English, so it's complicated for me. If she spoke Russian,
She spoke, or if she could speak. Okay, either or is okay.
okay, the meeting would have taken place. Uh-huh. Well, something like that.
If she spoke Russian fluently, the meeting would have taken place. Perfect. Yes. And once again, we can say if she could speak. It's also correct. Yes.
Yeah, well, teacher, if you allow me, one thing, if she spoke Russian fluently, si ella hablara ruso fluidamente, y if she
Right.
could
But this one,
speak,
we
if
have the
she,
modal verb can in the negative form can't. So
si
correct.
ella
What is can't? What is can in past?
could,
Could. Yes. So that's why it's it's correct to say if she could, but it's also correct to say if she spoke.
si ella pudiera hablar ruso fluidamente, that
Or
is, if she spoke Russian fluently, o si ella hablara ruso fluidamente.
perfect. There you go.
Fluidamente is correct in Spanish, teacher. I don't know. I am doubting because. O de manera fluida, I think is better.
Or yes, yes, that's more accurate, right? Con fluidez.
Thank you. Oh, teacher, I am forgetting also Spanish. What happened to me?
Well, we have more teachers that can help us. Yes, we have Mario, Cristobal, Estefania. Come on, guys, help us out. All right, we're finished with this exercise. Let's go for the next one. I have a lot more exercises. Yes. Now, let's go back to the Solwens family. Remember the Solwen family? What did they do?
They donated the half of the sale of his house to
Of their house.
yeah of their house to children in Africa, hungry children, something like that.
Yes, there you go. To an organization for poor people in Africa, right? Yes, perfect. Now, complete the conversations with a correct form of the verbs given. Sometimes there is more than one correct answer, and then ask the questions and give your own answers. So, did I send this picture to your WhatsApp or not yet?
Guess no, teacher. Let me see, but
Here?
no,
Okay,
no,
let
no,
me
no, no,
find
no.
it, send it to you, and in Teams, go ahead and complete the questions, okay? Perfect, let's go. All right, guys, were you able to finish?
Yeah, teacher, we finished.
Perfect. That's great. So let's begin. What do you have for number one? Yeah, number one.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Right there. Would the Solomons have had the idea to sell their home, do you think, if Hannah
Hadn't seen?
had
Haven't seen.
seen? Hadn't seen is correct. The expensive car that day, or it's a question. So that day. Next, maybe not. If the car,
Hadn't stopped.
what?
Hadn't stopped.
Hadn't stopped. If the car hadn't stopped in front of them. And the next one?
She might not have decided.
Perfect. Might not have decided. Good. To do something. But maybe
She would have done.
she would have done. Great. Next. If you
Had been.
what?
Had been.
Had been in the car with Hannah that day, how
Would you have?
can
Would
you
you
repeat
have
again, please?
reacted?
How would you
Have reacted.
have reacted? Yes. Next, you mean if I
Had seen?
had seen the homeless man too, I
Wouldn't have done.
perfect. I wouldn't have done anything. Next, if you
had men?
what?
If you had men? Or if you were?
What do you guys think?
If you had been.
If you were.
I think is if you had been. How would you have felt?
Yeah.
Sometimes
No.
there is more than one correct answer. That's here. In this one right here, we can use the both forms, either as a
Had.
past hypothetical reality or a present hypothetical reality. Either one is okay. So, had been or where.
Where?
I'm gonna do it with different colors, so it's not, there is no confusion there. Where. Next. How would you have
Felt.
That's easy, right? Because everything is completed. Would and have already there. So all we do is the verb in participle. I
Could be.
sorry,
Could be.
would be, yes.
I would be.
Really upset if
I'd have to move.
I had.
I had.
I would
had.
have.
Really?
Have. Have.
Had.
If I had have.
Had
have.
Either had or have had.
I would be really upset if I had. If
I would be really upset if I had.
We can have different forms for this one. Let me check it. There. I'm gonna do it with color green. Yes. So again, I would be. Now this is a present hypothetical reality, right?
Okay.
So if a present, then if I had to move, but I guess I would agree. Yes? That is in the present. Now in the past? In the past, everything changes, right? I would have been really upset if I had to move. But I guess I would have agreed. Now that's all in the past.
Okay.
Yes? Are there any questions on that one? No?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Next. What? Number 4.
Would you do?
What would you do? Yes. Now this is not about the past. What would you do if someone
Ask.
asked you for money on the street? It depends. Maybe I'd give them a few coins if I
Had.
Had.
had. Perfect. Great. Now let's look at the questions. And only the questions. Question 1, question 2, question 3, and question 4. So for the moment, I'm going to put a blank space between the questions to cover the responses that we have on the screen, like this. There are our questions. Can you please take a picture? Because we're going to go in sessions and you have to ask and answer the questions. Are you ready?
Yeah. I am ready.
So,
All right, let's go. All right, so we did this activity. Any interesting you heard? No, everything was pretty simple. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Sorry, what was the question?
We did this activity. You ask
Oh,
and
yeah.
answer questions with your classmates. Did you hear any interesting answers or responses?
Yes, well, I did. I did hear some interesting responses because I was talking to Roberto, and as you can see, we had like different opinions about it, but we agree in some others.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. Now let's go for the next slide. And we have continuous forms for conditions. Okay, Cristobal, can you read, please?
okay. Continuous form for conditions. You can use past continuous forms to introduce hypothetical situations in the present. If you were hoping to get a job with a charity, you might want to volunteer first.
Good. Next one, it is this one. I can't hear you, it is.
I'm sorry. If you were planning to change the world, where would you start?
Perfect. Mario, can you read the next one, please?
Of course. You can use past perfect continuous forms to introduce hypothetical situations in the past. If the
Okay.
solvents had, shall I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Okay. If the Solons had been living in a small house, they wouldn't have been able to raise so much.
Thank you. Claudia, can you read the next one, please?
Sure, teacher. Hannah might not have seen the homeless man if she hadn't been looking out the window.
There you go. Right? So we have the images. The first one is The first picture, oh wow. The first picture is the first sentence, yes? If you were planning to get a job with charity, you might want to volunteer first. Next one, if the Solowens had been living in a small house, they wouldn't have been able to raise so much, correct?
Yes.
Yes, and the last one, Hannah might not have seen the homeless man if she hadn't been looking out the window, correct? That's what happened. Good. There. Complete the questions with the continuous form of the verbs. Now, continuous, guys. Let's practice the continuous. Then answer the questions. If you and your classmates, the verb is try. What is the continuous form of the verb?
We're trying.
Correct. Because we have if. And because we have if, then is we're trying. We're trying to raise money for a good cause. How would you do it? Perfect. There you go. Number 2. The verb is work in the negative form, not work. What is our answer?
If you weren't work,
Continuous form?
Working.
Didn't working.
Working, sorry. Yes. If you weren't
Yes,
working.
weren't working. Perfect. I'm going to lower the lettering. If you weren't working so hard, what would you have done differently last year? Perfect. Number 3.
If you were thinking about.
Were thinking.
We're thinking, right?
Thinking.
Next, 4.
What would you do if you were
walking?
If you were
We're
walking down?
right?
Had been working.
Yeah, but that had been working will be a past situation, a completed past situation. And we're not talking about a completed past situation. We're talking about recent events, right?
Okay.
It's not about Anna. It's about you guys.
Okay.
Next, number 5.
If you were planning.
We're planning. Easy. Okay. Now, all you got to do is take pictures. We're going to go in sessions and you're going to ask and answer with your classmates. Ready? Okay.
Ready.
Let's go. Perfect. Let's go. Okay, guys. Welcome back. Were you able to finish?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Anything interesting? Okay, we have more. Even if and unless to talk about conditions. So we have the expression even if and unless. They are two different separate expressions. You can use even to add a special emphasis to a condition introduced by if. I think I would give to charity even if I didn't have much money. Even if I had saved some money last year, I wouldn't have given it to charity. You can use unless to introduce what needs to happen or be true for something else to happen. I would give money to charity. I'm sorry, I repeat again. I wouldn't give money to charity unless I were a millionaire. And this means except if I were a millionaire. So unless is except if. Next. Or it means, it also says, I would only give money to charity if I were a millionaire. Next. You can use the same verb forms with even if and unless as with if clauses. I wouldn't sell my house unless it was really necessary. The Solwins would have raised money to charity even if Hannah hadn't seen the man that day. Common errors. Don't use unless when the event in the if clause actually happened. So unless is for the hypothetical situation. Okay.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the examples. Even if means whether or not. It is used to emphasize that something will still be true if another thing happens. So it doesn't matter what happens, it's still going. Example, even if you take a taxi, you will still miss your plane. Now, this even if you took is incorrect. What is the correct form?
Unless you take a taxi.
No, even if you took.
Okay, even if you took.
Sorry. If you knew taxi, you will still miss the plane. Next, you will go to the cinema even if they don't allow you. Now, this is correct. Why? Next.
Because of the nature of the conditional?
No, because it's in the future. Next, even if I wash my car, it still won't look new. Yeah. This one is this one. He will come even if he's tired. Ah, this is incorrect picture, but close enough. Next is I'll go even if you forbid me to. And even if Mark was offered a job in Paris, he wouldn't accept it. Yes? Would you like another example?
Please, yes, teacher, please.
Let's say um, I want to eat pizza even if okay. So what does even if means?
Aún, aunque o aún.
Something like that. But even if means it doesn't matter if the pizza is cheap or not. I want pizza. Yes?
Okay.
Another example. I think of a new one. I need to take the Cenni course even if I have to take it online. What do you think about that? Is that better?
I need to take this in even
Another example?
Yes, please.
Yeah? Okay, what can I say? I won't eat taquitos even if my teacher
Allowed me.
offered them.
Ah, where are the taquitos, teacher? Ah, I can break the diet with no problem if you offer me taquitos.
All right. Now, if you need more examples, what can we do?
Well,
Who needs more?
just teacher another example, and we almost just to finish the class. You can explain us how the dynamic of the exam will be, or the sample exam will be.
Maybe, let me see. Now, the exam. Might be difficult, might not. Correct? The exam might be difficult, but maybe not. What do you say? I will take the exam. I want to do this in black.
I go to the exam.
Even if it's is that better?
Even if it's difficult. Mhm.
Yes,
Yes, teacher.
Roberto.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, we have to go to the next one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Unless. Unless means except on the condition. Ah, this is the opposite of even if. Even if is it doesn't matter one way or another. But unless is I need a condition. I have a condition. And only with a condition. Unless needs a main clause to make a complete sentence. Example. Unless you leave home at once, you will be late for work. What does this mean?
That if you don't leave now,
If you don't leave now,
mhm,
you will be late, right?
uh-huh,
Right. Next, she will be sick unless she stops eating. What does this mean?
if she don't stop eating junk food, she will be sick. Oh,
Yes? Everybody agrees? Next. Somebody? Next.
Unless
unless
you
you
are
go
okay.
ahead.
Okay, thank you. Unless you are too tired, let's go for a walk at the park.
What does that mean?
Uh, that if he is not tired,
Nope.
If he is tired,
Well, it says, let's go for a walk on the park.
okay.
But let's not go if you are tired.
unless
If you are not tired, we can go to the park.
There you go. If you're not tired,
Uh-huh.
we can go. Perfect. Next one.
Unless my son finish his homework, he can go out.
What does that mean?
He can go out only if he has finished his homework.
If he finishes.
Uh-huh. He finishes.
Yes. He can't go out, but if he finishes his homework, he can go out, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the last one.
You can't get a job unless you have experience.
Unless.
Unless you have experience.
Unless. Yes. What does that mean?
If you don't have experience, you can't get a job.
Perfect. There you go. Any questions, guys?
No.
No
No.
questions. All right, now let's do some exercises. Complete the answers with the clauses in the box. More than one answer may be possible. Number one, would you give money to charity if you were out of work? Absolutely. I would do it even if.
I would do it even if I had a few things, or would you give money to charity if you were out of work? Absolutely. I would do it even if I.
Okay, I'll tell you what. This will be homework. I'm gonna send you the images of even if and unless.
Thank you.
Yes, and you can do this exercise as homework.
Teacher, and what about the sample exam that we
Yeah,
decided to do
let's talk
today?
about it in a second. Let me send you the pictures. This will be the homework. My cell phone is not working good because, well, I have kids. There. Perfect. I send you the images so you can do that as homework. I will be sending you another one for homework too. Okay. And remember, we have the first slides of the morning. All right, guys. Any questions?
No.
All about the
No.
exam now, right?